Hi everybody, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and I hope you guys are all having a great day. I've got a really quick scrap buster for you. We're going to make these faux stamp clusters, okay? And we're going to use up scraps that if you paper craft a lot like I do, we all end up with. So I've got a couple of ideas that I'm just going to share with you to make this. And this is also like a mass make because these come together pretty quickly, and you can embellish them a lot. You could just do a little bit. Sometimes I'll make up a bunch and not add maybe lace or other things to them until I know where I'm going to use them. So I'm going to use just offcuts and scraps of some paper I have already printed out. I also have some of my coffee and tea dyed paper. Again, just offcuts that I've saved to use in projects, and even some book page. I also have a variety of stamps that I'm going to use. This is a set that, gives you a couple of different postage stamps and where they cancel like a letter and things like that. And I think those make the stamps look cute. And then I also have this set of just little wooden stamps. They're florals, and they already have kind of a image. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I think they're really pretty. And if you guys are interested in any of the tools or things I'm using, do check out my Amazon storefront for the links, or to just give you ideas of what I use when I'm crafting. So I am also going to be using my distress ink, and I'm probably just going to stay with the walnut stain, which is what I used to make these. But hopefully you'll be inspired to make a pile of little clusters yourself. So one of the things I do to make this go pretty quick, so I can make a whole bunch, is I'll just pick out one of the stamps and maybe go ahead and stamp it a few times. And don't worry, if it doesn't stamp perfectly, because you're going to tear or cut these out as we go. So I'll just do 2 different ones of these. And of course, if you want yours to be darker, use a different kind or color of ink. Lots of options. And then I'm going to just do this one that actually looks like a stamp, and do it a few times on my page. And again, everything doesn't have to be perfectly even or stamped. Okay, so I did a few of those, and then and guys, I used to really be big into rubber stamping, and I cleaned my stamps every time I used them, and was just really, really into it. And now I still love rubber stamps, and I like stamping, but I'm too busy for all that. So if you really, if that's causing you to lose sleep tonight, I'm sorry. But certainly, I could use some stamp cleaner and clean these off before I just stick them right back where I got them. Sometimes I will go through and pull out a bunch of my stamps and just take an hour and clean everything. But again, up to you how you do that. Okay, so I do like to use these little scissors that kind of look like a postage stamp, like how they used to tear off of the sheets and give you that kind of edge. So pinking shears also are kind of fun to use to give you a little bit of a different edge. Another thing is you can just like hand tear them carefully. And I also have this little tear ruler that is kind of fun too, to give it a more kind of vintagey torn look. So however you want to do that, you can also just chop them up with your scissors or your paper trimmer or something like that. Okay, just be really careful with that one. That one's cute. But again, just kind of decide the look you like. And I'm going to do mine in a variety of different ways. And these are some pretty inexpensive. I think they're Fiskars brand. And I got them on Amazon. They tend to do better on like thicker papers. So like, let me show you. This is printed out on, I believe, like a 60 or an 80 pound cardstock. So a thin cardstock, but definitely thicker than just the regular paper. And it cuts a little bit better, if that's important to you. So let me get a few of these cut out too. And then we'll start just making little clusters and make them look really cute and pretty. So I also mentioned you could hand tear, and that works. So again, if you want to try this project, don't worry if you don't have the special scissors and stuff. You can also just use your ruler and hold it down and tear it to get a little bit straighter edge. Okay, so now you can, if you want to, of course, a lot of times I'll go through and ink the edges. You'll notice on some of the ones I've already made, I inked some of them and some of them I did not. So we'll ink these 3. Cute. And we won't ink these 2. How's that? Okay. And then again, just pull out your papers or things that you like, and you can do a really like kind of just layer one on here nice and straight. And glue it down. So that's one option. Real simple. And then again later, if you want to add a little piece of ribbon, I'm going to do that one a little at an angle just because I want to see more of the paper behind it. You know, you could come back later depending on where you're using it and decide if you want to add a little string or embellishment. But that one we'll just leave like that. I also added some hearts to some of them, which I just thought made it look really sweet. So maybe we'll do that on the next one. I do have some book page out here that I was also using just to layer a little bit. This is one we have not inked. This is actually a piece of book page, not even a paper I printed that had a old lace pattern. So we'll add that. And then how about some of the green? I haven't used this one yet. And I'm going to just hand tear this because I kind of like that look in my clusters. Now, you can glue all of this together. We can staple it. We could punch a hole. So let's punch the hole and just add a ribbon through, and that's going to hold it together. Now you do want to make sure wherever you're punching the hole, you get all the layers so that they will stay together. And this is just a bag of different little pieces of ribbon. For some reason, I also have this, I don't know, what is this? Baker's twine. It's got like a little tiny string of gold in there too. And I cut it longer than I needed just to make it easier to work with. But I'm just going to loop that through. And I think these are really cute like this, because then it's almost like it's a little dangle, right? How cute. I'm not going to cut it too short because I also don't want it to come undone. If you're worried about that, of this coming loose, just add a dot of glue on there and then let it dry. You know, just set it aside. Here, I'll just use my lid to just set it on there so I don't stick other things to it. Now, as you can see, I do make a mess when I do this type of crafting, but I enjoy it, so it's okay. All right, let me pull out how about a piece like this? Now this one I hand tore where I actually stamped it, and I'm going to use these to cut out a piece about the same size. And I think we will, oh, here's my heart punch. Let me find, and maybe this would be a good one because it'll have a nice contrast. I'm just going to punch out one of the tiny hearts. This is a really old Stampin' Up! Paper punch that I love. That one didn't chomp well. I was too close to the edge. This one still works really well, this paper punch. Okay, and we'll just put that there like that. Won't that be cute? So I'm going to add a little bit of glue, and you can tell I've been at my craft table because look at the ink all over my fingers. The good news is it does come off fairly easily. I find when I wash my hands, sometimes it doesn't all come off, but the next time, later that day that I take a shower, wash my hair, that kind of thing, it definitely comes off. Or, you know, you can just do the dishes, but that's always a last resort to get the ink off. Okay. That one's cute. So we've made these and this one. Let's make another. This piece is just sitting here and looks approximately the size that would work well with this one. And let's use another little piece of book page under there just to make it look like a nice little cluster. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, we'll do that, and I'm going to add a ribbon to this one. So maybe to get some contrast going, we'll add some of this green, and I'm going to use my little tiny stapler for this one. I'm going to tuck it up under there, and if I think it's too long, it's just a little bit easier to work with if you trim it or leave it a little bit longer and then trim it up. Cute, right? All right, one more. We'll make one more and then we're going to stop because this was supposed to just be a quick idea for you. I decided I did want to ink this one, which was my prerogative. So, and I've said in other videos, I have just been really busy the last few weeks. And I still have a few busy weekends ahead of me helping my girlfriend who lost her parents out and traveling back and forth to North Carolina. I've got a few trips scheduled, but I'm having fun making some videos for you guys, so you'll have some things to watch while I'm away. Let me know if you guys have summer plans. Here in the States, it's very hot in the South. I'm in Virginia, and it is summertime. So let me know what you guys have planned and if you're doing anything fun. Ooh, how about a piece of this lace? I think that will be pretty. So this one's a little more kind of on that neutral side, but you can still see a hint of the green behind there. All right, so let's see real quick what we did. We made these super fast. That one I like. It's like a little dangle. All right, so I hope you'll make some. I hope you'll see how fun and easy it is to use up some of your scraps to have something on hand to really decorate up your journals and tags and things. All right, everybody have a great day. Thank you for watching.